Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Noggins,
That's
the
right.
show the show rated number one by Jake's mom.
That's
Uh,
right. That's all that matters.
that's all that matters. Today's show is brought to you by uh Life.
Ooh, hot dang. Hitting it
Yep,
already with a with a home run.
yep. Let's go. Which so what are we doing on today's episode, Jake?
We are doing current events. We're gonna
Number two,
number
the Revenge of
two.
the Current.
Revenge of the current. Rise of the current. So, um, we did current events for uh what was it? August.
August.
Now we're doing it for September. So what has been going on in the month of September that we can talk about? There's a lot. Actually, I want to talk about something first. Um, I want to bring up um, the amount of trailers, the amount of truck drivers.
That just can't freaking drive in the road for some reason.
Yeah. Um, and there's like I could probably think of like four, maybe five, like a list of just stuff that's just been strewn on the highway. Oh, that's great.
It's quite immaculate what's going on with these truck drivers.
Uh,
I could be a truck driver at this point. I really do think I
truck
could.
driver accidents. um, ooh, there's even stuff here that I'm not even seeing. Um, truck drivers. Ooh, semi truck driver killed in rollover crash in Spanish Fort Canyon. Oh my God, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah, dude, truck drivers they they can't drive trucks. Like that's
So, so I used to work in a factory called Kimberly Clark, and I was a forklift driver. And we would have daily, well, hourly shipments of stuff come in, and every day there was a truck driver saying that we need they are looking to hire people, and they even have writing on the trailers that say now hiring and stuff like that, driver hiring drivers and stuff like that. There are some companies that are so desperate to hire people because they do need the drivers, that they put them through basic training and they just send them on the road. And that's probably some of the reasons why there are a couple crashes. I'm not going to say that's all of it, because there is a lot that goes into an accident, a car crash. There's a lot that goes into that stuff, especially with semis. But
I mean, because you can't stop those on a dime.
yeah,
Like
absolutely. Yeah.
like like Albert Einstein was correct. E equals MC square. Like when you have that much, weight on a truck, like
Mhm.
accidents are gonna be catastrophic.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And there may be other things going on. Like, you know how you have those videos of those you find those car crash videos or crazy driver videos where a car just goes barreling through a busy street and just like crashes into a pole or something like that. Um, a lot of it, like other, not less serious stuff, like more comical stuff, as well as the more serious kind of accidents where you hope the driver is okay. Um, a lot of that stuff is driver error, but a lot more of it does happen to be the vehicle itself. You know, mechanical failures, the brakes failing, the oh my god, the
Look at all that. Look at all that Bud Light.
the brakes failing, the accelerator sticking, um the transmission just not shifting properly, and you can't go to neutral, and it's stuck in seventh gear, um or even first gear, or the trailer coupling is malfunctioning, and the trailer just falls off of it. There's stuff like that. It also can happen too. And so a
Yeah,
lot of it really isn't the, there is I mean, of course, it happens,
It's
and
human error, you
yeah,
know.
human error and mechanical error, and there's just a whole mountain of issues that could possibly happen, especially with semis. And we're we are seeing a lot of that lately, and it's tough to watch, especially what spills out of those trailers.
Yep. So, um, I mean, shoot, for a couple of days at the beginning of September, we just kept seeing random shit, Bud Light, beer, um, dildos. There was the
Dildos, yes.
dildo one that you
Um,
sent me, and it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild how many of these trucks are tipping over, and it doesn't help with newbies at the back of the wheel.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna
Like
put this one here.
I mean
This is the oh well yeah, that's the boxes of dildos.
the boxes of
God
dildos.
dang, look at that. That's like 4 lanes.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's buck wild right there. So, PSA for today: if you're a truck driver, don't spill your shit. Be
Yeah,
safe.
be safe. um,
So, the next thing I kind of want to move on into is sports.
hmm,
So there it's two or one minor thing and another thing that's been ongoing that I thought I should talk about in the podcast. So the first football thing that I saw, a let me pull up this school. So the University of Utah. University. Is this the right? Is this the right school? Yeah, it is. So these people. So a University of Utah student uh was arrested after she allegedly threatened to detonate a nuclear reactor on campus
no way.
if the football team lost to San Diego State.
No
Now,
way.
now that's crazy. Uh I'm actually looking at the score of that game. I'm looking for it. I just wanted to see. So yeah, no, they beat the shit out of San Diego State 35-7. So needless to say, no nuclear reactors went off in Utah, but a girl went to jail for that shit for I'm pretty sure terroristic threats.
Ooh, oh God, that is tough. Yeah.
So the next thing I want to talk about football wise is something that I think you would find interesting. So let me get this uh um so let's see. Let's go ahead and copy image. Here we go. All right. Boop. What? Come on. Copy. Paste. Trying to save the picture on the computer. Whatever. Okay, so Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a quarterback in the NFL. Here we go. This is Mr. Murray. He is a quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Mr. Murray over here is probably one of the better young players in the NFL. And he goes out and he's like lighting stuff up like on a weekly basis, right? But people started noticing a trend, right? The trend was whenever a new Call of Duty comes out, his performance starts to dip throughout the year.
Hmm.
So and they noticed considerable dips during double XP weekends as well.
Like seriously?
Like there's actual studies. Let me see if I can pull something up.
What the heck?
It led to in the off season, Kyler Murray. It was put out there, that the Arizona Cardinals wanted to put a stipulation in his contract, where he had to. Let me see if I can find the wording. Mm.
Hmm.
So I think the clause was okay. The clause was Murray was designated to spend at least 4 hours per week studying game film, which many saw as a knock on the quarterback and his love for video games. So somebody on Reddit took time to break it down, and when you look at his stats on the field throughout the season, he noticed that um when Kyler, okay, so his passer rating. Kyler's average passer rating on non double XP weekends is 97.43, and about 10 points, 89.65 on double XP weekends, showing a minus 7.77 difference on double XP weekend. Um, he averages 251 yards per game on a non double XP weekend, and he loses about 6 yards every double XP. So it's kind of the same thing. Completion percentage goes down, and he always only won 4 games on double XP weekends out of um I don't know however many games he's played, but yeah, he's won more while not on double XP weekends than he does during double XP weekends, and it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It is real crazy,
that's
and they
that's
like let me see if I can put this image on here.
that's really interesting. It's obviously like it's it's distraction
So
for.
this is a chart of fantasy points, right?
Mhm.
So at the top is how many fantasy points. You see the first that yellow line is I believe their bye week that year.
Okay.
And you can see there's a little bit of a rise and then a straight dip.
Yes.
And then you see a little bit more of a rise and a dip.
Yeah.
And they say those considerable dips are from when Call of Duty comes out or that, a double XP weekend is happening.
God, that's crazy. That's yeah, that's crazy.
Here, there's another. Here's one from 2020. This one shows it better. Um I'm gonna delete all these once we get
Wow,
done stop.
that is
So yeah,
inconsistent.
this is his fantasy points. You see, it goes along. He's going up, 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 and then he starts tanking, going
Mhm.
straight down. Now it could be because of other factors. He could be hurt. His players could be hurt. His wide receiver help, line help. But the fact that it always coincides with a double XP weekend or the release of a new Call of Duty,
Mhm.
it and the fact that the Cardinals put in his contract that he needs to put in more time into game film is completely wild to me.
Yeah, that is really weird.
So, uh, yeah, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, yep, this is our man. This is our Call of Duty god, Kyler Murray.
My guy. My guy.
I know you can vibe with that.
That's interesting.
Yep, yep.
I did not know that was even a thing. Well, I could see how it's like a distraction thing, I guess. I guess with ADHD people, stuff like that. I'm not saying he has, ADD or anything like that, but that's common, performance or focus can drop if you have something else that you're looking forward to doing. Because I know that when I work, I look forward to what I want to do after work. So it's like I kind of like don't really feel like doing anything at work. I do it anyways. I do work anyways because I that's what I get paid for. That's my living. But I can
Okay, you
understand.
you you kind of told me that you finish games on your break, so
Yes, yes, I did. Okay, I did finish Resident Evil 3 on my break. There was only like 30, 40 minutes left, and then I went home and played Resident Evil.
must be nice.
It was okay. They give me like an hour, so I kind of just drive home. Because I work like 10 minutes away from my house. Not even that. Sometimes it takes like 5 minutes. Depends on traffic. But yeah. So my next topic is uh, my next topic. This is this makes me lose faith in humanity, but it's called sleepy chicken.
Sleepy chicken.
Sleepy chicken is when you cook chicken in NyQuil. I don't understand. I don't understand. And the FDA saw, like the actual FDA saw a TikToker doing this this NyQuil chicken, and
Sleepy.
they a sleepy chicken, and they even went on all their social media and they said that this can cause lung damage as boiling medication makes it more concentrated and can alter properties within your body. Even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the medication's vapor while cooking can cause high levels of drug to enter your body and bloodstream. It will also hurt your lungs. That's freaking that's
Dude,
that's freaking crazy, dude.
no wonder people have to have an ID in order to buy this shit.
Yeah,
Even then, I don't think that's enough. You have to take a test. You have to
I
be I feel like you have to take some kind of like cold test, like something very intrusive, like a COVID test.
yeah,
Like say, hey, I actually have this shit and I need this shit
yeah.
because of shit like this.
And
Like shit like,
this picture is disgusting.
dude, who are you boiling it in that shit? Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah, they're boiling it in pots and cooking the chicken as the with the NyQuil as like the marinade basically.
Dude, it cannot be that good. Especially that one. That one's the cherry flavor, I
I
think.
yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know who thought of this. I don't know. I don't know. This scares me as a human being. Like I can't imagine. The way FDA is talking, this will destroy brain cells.
Good. We don't need the people to have any more thoughts.
Yeah, it's so messed up. You thought Tide Pods were bad.
Yeah, no, that Tide Pod trend was crazy.
Yeah,
But
it
no,
was.
I mean, like, I'd understand it maybe if it was tasty or something. But no, they're just like, fuck it, it's blue, let's put it on chicken. Like, no. Come on, dude.
Yep. Yep. Um okay. So, um is there anything that was announced this month in terms of like movies or like games?
So the biggest announcement I saw that kind of blue balled me now because um you know it doesn't really come out till 2024. Uh actually, I'm gonna let you take this, Jake. I got to step away for a sec.
Okay.
Just keep them entertained.
All right. So, it looks like Deadpool 3 was just announced. And it's already, it's in production. It looks like they already have the story down, they have the cast down. I think they're in filming right now, but it looks like Deadpool 3 is a thing. Um, they already have a teaser trailer for it and all that. First looks, stuff like that. Ryan Reynolds is still going to be in it, which is probably the reason why. Um, but looks like it's coming out in 2024. 2024. Interesting. May 18th, right? Is that no, that's not no, that's Deadpool 2. That's Deadpool 2. Um, let me see here. Oh, yeah, Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine, which is a shocker to me. I thought he was going to be done for. September 6th, 2024. It's got Ryan Reynolds, Rhett Reese, Paul Warnick, Wendy Molyneux, and Liz. Oh, that's the screenplay. The screenplay for it. Wow, I'm terrible at this. Oh, it looks like that's interesting. Ryan Reynolds wrote the screenplay. Ryan Reynolds is also a producer. That's really, really interesting. Production company is Marvel Studios, of course. It's really interesting that Hugh Jackman is going to be in it again because it looks like is this is definitely before is this definitely before Logan? Because in Logan, that was kind of like the end. Like, let's be honest here. It was kind of the end of the Wolverine, you know? Let's be honest. So okay. IGN said top 5 moments the Deadpool 3 movie needs to recreate with the Wolverine. Let's see, let's scroll down. Wow, IGN sucks. Yeah, it doesn't even tell me anything else. That's so stupid. Okay. But anyways, Deadpool 3, yes. After that, Resident Evil 4, I'm on a Resident Evil kick right now. Resident Evil 4 remake was just announced. Let's see that. That's in terms of video games. 4. Resident Evil 4 remake. March 24th, 2023. That seems exciting. I've always been a huge fan of Resident Evil, even as a kid, but now I'm 26 and I was able to get all the games, so I'm playing them all again as an adult now. Yeah, that's interesting. As well. I can't think of anything else. Latest movie releases. Oh, not release announcements. Announcements. New movies coming out. Other new movies coming out 2022. Yes. I just saw the first look at Hocus Pocus 2. That looks kind of cool. Upcoming releases. Okay, so there's one. There's this one movie is it already out? Oh, it's already out. Okay, but anyways, it just was released. It's called Housewife Alien versus Gay Zombie. That looks weird. Let me see if I can find a picture of this. Housewife Alien versus Gay Zombie. Apparently, it's got good reviews. For some reason. A little bit weird. Copy image, post it. Yeah. Apparently, that's a thing. Hags? Oh, frick? What is this? It got a 6.5 out of 10, so it must be all right. Oh, it only has 47 reviews. So, coming soon. It releases November 1st, 2022. Okay, that's interesting. So it plays as all of these guys are these are all kind of low budget actors. Ruth the housewife and Ken the gay zombie. That's interesting. Trying to see what else just was announced, but I think that's about it in terms of stuff that we're actually interested in. It looks like that's about it. Yeah. So in terms of other news, R. Kelly found guilty on many counts of child pornography in new federal trial. I didn't know there was a new federal trial. Yeah, let me search up this freaking idiot. This ugly man. You know, I'm not even going to put his picture on the screen. He doesn't deserve that. Okay, so it looks like a federal jury on Wednesday convicted R. Kelly of several child pornography charges in his hometown of Chicago. Wow. Delivering another legal blow to a singer who used to be one of the biggest R&B stars in the world. Kelly, 55, was found guilty on 3 new counts of child pornography, but was acquitted of a conspiracy to obstruct justice charge accusing him fixing his state child pornography trial in 2008. Okay. The decision comes after a federal judge in New York sentenced Kelly to 30 years in prison in June for racketeering and sex trafficking. Based on that sentence, he won't be eligible to release until he is around 80. Wow, look at that. That is interesting. He must have pissed somebody off. But he did get served, though. He got served.
Yeah, he sure did. I don't have no clue what's going on.
I'll say it again. R. Kelly is now found on new charges of child pornography in new federal
Jesus
trial.
fucking Christ.
Yeah. I'll go over it again.
No, I'm pretty sure we're fine.
But he was,
Holy.
anyways, he was found guilty on 3 new counts of child pornography. That was acquitted of a conspiracy to obstruct justice charge accusing him of fixing his state child pornography trial, his original trial in 2008. They found 3 new counts of it on top of his racketeering and sex trafficking that he was sentenced 30 years in prison for. So yeah, this man's going to be freaking 90 years old by the time he gets out. He probably won't be able, he's not going to be able to go out for parole, like, ever.
Damn. Just imagine, he was like the king of an underground pedophile ring.
Yeah, he was also the king of R&B at that point too, which made him uh probably
Untouchable.
untouchable. Yeah. Let's see. There's probably another one. I'm just looking up other new articles.
So, like I was saying before, I had to go fight zombies in my living room.
Nice, man.
Um, something that I was really excited for, but sucks because it comes out in 2024, is the new Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I already kind of explained all that.
Oh,
Um,
you did?
yeah.
Damn. Hugh
But this,
Jackman coming back as Wolverine is fucking crazy.
yeah, and apparently Ryan Reynolds wrote the screenplay and is producing it as well. Isn't that interesting?
Ryan Reynolds is my Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, this movie also comes out as well. It's coming out on the
House Alien versus Gay Zombie? What the fuck?
yeah. It comes out November 1st, 2022. Apparently there's already ratings for it. It's 6.5 out of 10. Apparently it's good. Like, good enough.
Decent.
It already won 1 award for Rock Horror Film Festival. So interesting, right?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Um, do you want to talk about the Australian film using real-time ray tracing?
Ooh, that's actually a good one. Australian film ray tracing. Okay, so yeah, so this Australian film is the world's first to use real-time ray tracing in production. There is a new film called Don't Go Below. Let me see if I can find a. Don't go below. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Hmm, interesting. Looks kind of campy. There it is. I'm gonna cut this out. Looks kind of campy, but that's okay. Apparently it's let's see, is the world's first to use real-time ray tracing system that utilizes ultra short throw projectors and ambient light rejecting screens, melding a digital environment with actors. Ray tracing is a computer modeling technique that is able to render how light hits objects in a way that mimics how it acts in real life. It is incredibly hardware intensive and for a long time had a significant impact on frame rate of video games. But new commercial graphics cards have been optimized to allow for the use of this technology while maintaining decent fluidity of movement. The result has been a boon for the quality of video game graphics, but also has applications in films. And I knew they were going to do this at some point. I just didn't know when or if they've already have done it. But that's really interesting considering I have an RTX card. I have a 2080 Ti, and I've seen what it can do. And now it's not the best card like it was when I first got it. Because now there's the 4000 series coming out that's probably 10 times better than my card. But at the time, it was crazy. And I remember there was a launch game for that card was um it was uh Wolfenstein Youngblood and the game Control. Those are the two main games that were released at launch with the new ray tracing elements to it, and they look incredible. Control is awesome, especially with the shadows. Great, I love it. It's awesome. Now there are a lot of games utilize it too. Um, so I think this is that's a step in the right direction in terms of filmmaking. But the fact that it's an Australian film really interests me, though. Usually independent films or indie films are lower budget, um,
Yeah,
which which um, Hollywood films have the biggest budget. They're hundreds of millions of dollars in production. Um, but really interesting, really impressive.
yeah. Speaking about taking things to its limits, I want to talk about South Korea.
Okay, talk about it.
So, what does South Korea do? This is um the Korea Superconducting Tomac Advanced Research. So what is this? So this is pretty much a fusion reactor, I think. Okay, so anyways, they set a record for having for maintaining the high temperature of plasma for 20 seconds with an ion temperature over 1,000,000 degrees
Hmm,
Celsius. So
nice.
essentially, what they did was they made a sun.
Yes.
They made a the article reads, Korean artificial sun sets the new world record for 20-second long operation at 1,000,000 degrees. So actually, I'm kind of dumb because this happened back in 2020, but I just wanted to highlight it. I thought that was cool as fuck.
Science, bitch.
Science, bitch. So, uh, Florida school teacher was arrested for twerking on a student.
I saw that too. Yes, I did.
So she was arrested um, for allegedly twerking on a student, according to authorities.
Mm.
Uh, so the teacher, I'm not gonna say any names, was who she's 39, was accused of dancing on an underage student during the school prom. The authorities
Ah,
said
dang.
that the student told investigators that The teacher also pressured the students to drink alcohol and forced the straw from her cup into his mouth.
God damn. Oh, no
So
way.
investigators said at least two other people tried to stop the teacher while she danced on the student, even getting between the two. So he was actually trying to get a piece of that action. Great.
Golly. He was trying to hit it from the back.
The student's mother reported the misconduct to deputies after she found messages on the teen's phone, which allegedly including a plan to sneak the teacher into the no the student into the teacher's home while her husband was at work. The
No.
teacher was arrested for contributing to the delinquency of a minor and second felony charge of an authoritative figure soliciting or engaging in lewd conduct with a student.
Basically, that's what's that word? Um
Grooming?
yeah, grooming. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she's yeah.
That's it.
But hey, um, I know this is gonna be like overplayed, but hey, good on the guy, right? I mean,
He
I
did
mean,
his best.
should you, as a female teacher or as a teacher in general, be approaching a student, who is underage in any sexual way? No, but hey, I mean, come on, that's pretty cool.
When I was 20, I went on a date with one of my fifth grade teachers.
No way,
Yeah, yeah.
dude. Are you for real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Um,
I mean, yeah, I would hope.
yeah, it went
I
all
mean,
right.
I would 20 is all right, but dude, fifth grade teacher, what?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, she was great. She was gosh, I can't remember her age. She might have been maybe uh in her late 20s when I was like 11. But she was probably, I don't know, early late 30s when I was 20 maybe. Yeah.
Damn, chick.
I'm not gonna say her name or anything like that.
Yeah, I would hope you don't put her shit out there like
But yeah,
that. But
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good, but I couldn't imagine it being a kid. Still being a kid, and and trying to smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that.
trying to give you some knowledge,
Knowledge.
some knowledge.
Um.
Ah,
Okay.
chick.
So next one. This is video game related. MMO, massive multiplayer online game, Wizard 101
Jesus.
is taken offline after an unhappy developer filled it with angry messages. So it looks like it's a 14-year-old massive multiplayer online game. It was temporarily taken offline after an angry ex-employee filled the game with unsanctioned messages, including complaints about pay and working conditions. Looks like it was forced into unscheduled downtime in order to address messages that said
Dude.
this game is shit, dick and balls.
Wizard 101. Oh my god.
Um, he said, "I hate my fucking job. My name is Walter Hartwell White. This is my confession. No way."
You just put his name out there. Cool.
It's
Um,
it, it's freaking it's on here. There's
or no,
dozens of
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm on the Wizard 101 right now. Uh, oh
this.
my, I'm I'm trying to build a character. I want to see if I'm able to play
Look at
this
this
right
man. All right, it says uh okay, the company King Isles is the worst company I have ever worked for. That's what he said. Oh my
now. Dude, I can be
gosh.
a death wizard.
I don't know what I don't know
Yo,
what that means.
dude, this I'm legit making this. So,
This guy
I
also
made a
said,
character named Scott Darkhand. He's also a death wizard.
"What the heck?"
What the hell?
What the heck? This guy also said, "Come into room 102 and I'll beat you up." What the heck, dude? Oh, that guy's crazy. He's not getting hired back at that place ever again. And I don't think he wants to, though.
Dude, I'm
Okay.
trying to see if I can do this. Hold up.
I'm trying to see. I'm looking up. Can you just... okay. Yeah, here's another one. This is a um good job, everybody kind of story. Um Kids use Discord chat to track predator teachers' actions under California Kids Code. They'd be blocked. Huh? It's often kind of amazing how much moral panic by adults treat kids as if they're completely stupid and unable to do anything themselves. It looks like okay, this site is all over the place. Okay, anyways, it looks like the kids use a Discord chat to track predator teachers' actions, and it looks like they traded information with each. Yeah, it looks like they traded information about the teacher to expose him and report that predator teacher. And they have there's pictures. Apparently there were pictures of him doing with other girls, like young girls.
Fucking creep.
God
Yeah,
dang.
so I'm playing Wizard 101 right now.
Is it good?
I'm entering a game right now.
he's
Holy
playing
sh-
he's playing Wizard
holy
101 while we're doing a
holy shit.
podcast. Look at this guy.
Holy shit. Oh no, it has tank controls.
No.
Oh
I'm
no.
done. I'm not playing that.
Dude.
Nope, not doing that.
Oh man. I cannot believe this.
Oh, yeah, another one game related. Let me see if I can pull this up. Viper, Reddit. Let me see if I can pull this up. Um,
Oh well, now it's not tank controls anymore. Okay, cool.
that's weird.
Yo, Jay, why you look like this guy? Holy shit.
Dude, what I look like.
I'm gonna show you.
Anyways, I wish I could grab this image. But anyways, there's a Call of Duty Black Ops 4 online services are undergoing maintenance, and the freaking error code is the alphabet. It doesn't make any sense to me.
What error code is it? All of it.
Let me see. I'm trying to find the picture because I don't want to like freaking um say it all. Uh, Pro Viper. Oh, jeez, it's not even throwing up people. No results. Oh, come on, people. Oh my god, I gotta freaking type in this guy's whole name underscore. I took a screenshot of it. What?
But anyways, there's
What?
something wrong with Call of Duty in general. Remember that problem I was having with Cold War?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, apparently it aired out and it's only at 79 yeah, 79%. I'm going to be peeved if I can't finish my camo challenge. But yeah,
Yeah.
no. Wizard 101 is definitely not a game worth it.
Hmm. Well, yeah, it's 14 years old. I wouldn't expect it to be. I never played the game, but I couldn't. I don't want to. I don't like massive multiplayer online games. Anyways, this error code is A B C D E F G H A HIJK QRSTUV WX Y and Z, which is a bunch of dots. So you're telling me that this game is so freaking broken that an error code is the entire freaking alphabet. All you can do is just press OK under the notice of the error code. That doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. I think that's dumb. I think whatever Activision Blizzard is doing, they need to freaking fix it. Because they need to freaking fix it because I'm tired of paying $60 for games that are only half made. I'm so mad right now.
So mad, you guys.
Let me see here.
So yeah, I just completely permanently deleted Wizard 101.
Wow, this man played it. This man played it for a whole 5 minutes.
And I was like, I can't do it. Nope.
I'm trying to find a bunch of. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I got this one. Ooh, yes, I want to talk about this one. I already know. I already showed you this one. Diary of a Wimpy Kid actor Ryan Grantham sentenced to life in prison for killing his mother.
His mom touched the sticky cheese one too many times.
So from what it turns out, is he was going through a lot of mental issues. He was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He was in Riverdale and Supernatural as well. This poor kid grew up with horrible mental illness that was untreated. And the reason why he killed his mom was because he didn't want her to see the crimes he was about to commit. He filled his vehicle up with firearms and weapons to plan to kill the Prime Minister of Canada and commit mass violence at the university that he was attending. But he turned himself in before he did that. He killed his mother and then drove. He got in his car and drove to on his way to the Prime Minister. It freaking so it looks like he will be, since he pleaded, he will be eligible for parole after serving 14 years. But he was given life in prison if he wasn't eligible for parole.
I hope you don't ever get out of shit. You don't kill your fucking mom.
He killed his mom because he didn't want her to see the crimes he was going to commit.
So he committed a crime on her.
Yes.
Because from what you're telling me, he killed her for no reason. Because he turned himself in before doing these crimes.
Apparently, he stated that he shot and killed his mother while she was playing piano at her home. The next day, he loaded his car up with 3 firearms, Molotov cocktails, ammunition, camping supplies, and a map that had directions to the Prime Minister's house. That's crazy. Jeez. Mental illness is... He's 21. He's 21. Damn. Yeah, isn't that something?
Isn't that depressing?
Very.
So, to get away from depressing, Call of Duty's Modern Warfare 2 beta came out this weekend.
Oh yeah, how is it?
It was a doozy. Okay, so it's clear what Call of Duty wants to do at this point. They want to turn it into a tactical shooter.
Yeah.
Because the footsteps are very loud. The movement is very stunted. I felt. And one of the big changes that I saw, let's say you go to reload, there is no reload cancel. So you either finish the animation completely, or if you try to do the reload cancel while reloading, it will just have your gun without a clip. Like there's no
Mm.
magazine in the gun. So then you'd actually have to press reload again to load the magazine. So I mean, I get what they're doing. If you want the running gun, go to Warzone, but they're really taking the funner aspect of Modern Warfare out of MW2,
Yeah.
which I will give them props. They're trying something.
They're doing something unique to the franchise
Yeah,
that might make or break it.
I
It
mean they
it's still a beta, so things are everything is
it's subject to
it's
change, right?
subject to change.
They're literally just fucking around and finding out.
In my opinion, I don't want that in a game. I'm more of a I'm one of those doomer shooters
Yeah,
where basically what a doomer shooter is games that are basically doom games. You run and gun. You just rip and tear, slaughter. You know, you have you move fast. You have a lot of ammunition. You got big guns. You got a lot of guns. I love guns. You got explosions. You got fast cars and uh, 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 booming soundtrack and stuff like that. So that's the kind of thing that I like. I like fast paced stuff like that. And that's why I like zombies so much of Cold War. Is because it's fast paced. There's a lot of guns, there's explosions, there's enemies that I can just dump magazines into. And I think
yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Um, but no. So my final thoughts of the beta, pretty much, it was fine for it being a beta. It was completely fine. I mean,
You didn't have any like graphical issues or
no, not
gameplay.
that, not none that I saw. The
Okay.
only thing was, of course, the servers were a little fucky,
Yeah.
um,
Fuggy wuggy.
buggy wuggy. But no, other than that, I mean, it was a Call of Duty beta. Like
That's good.
it wasn't too bad.
Well, at least you enjoyed it and all that. Um oh, oh, oh. Uh music. In the music world, here's something that's interesting. Let me scroll back to it. Okay. Teddy Gentry, founding member of country band Alabama, is arrested on drug charge and he's 70 years old.
Mm,
Interesting. Interesting.
yeah, for real.
That's interesting. Oh. Sony uh announces a live action Gran Turismo movie casting David Harbour from Stranger Things. I love Gran Turismo. I grew up playing Gran Turismo as like I love cars and I love racing games as well as uh high paced first person shooters and stuff like that. Um I grew up playing Gran Turismo 3, 4, 5, and 6. And those are some of my childhood. I remember when 6 came out, I pre ordered Gran Turismo 6 and I took a day off from school. This was 2013. It was on a Friday. And I got the 10th anniversary edition and I played it throughout the day. It was really fun. I loved it. And I still love that game to this day. Um, so I'm super excited for this. I think this will be an awesome movie if it's done right. Um, video video game to movie adaptations are tricky, nonetheless. But with this being a racing game, I highly doubt. Um, I highly doubt it's going to be terrible. Because there's not much of a story to Gran Turismo. You just race. You just get in a car and you drive. And you buy a bunch of other cars and make a lot more money and customize those cars. make them faster, make them cooler, basically. So yeah, that seems interesting to me. I'd love to see that. Oh,
That would be very interesting. So I just wanted to bring to light. I forgot about this story. So um, this story is pretty much a soccer story. I love soccer. Soccer is my number one love. The thing about soccer is every 4 years they have a tournament called the World Cup, where the national teams from like a few countries that make it to the World Cup play. And this year, and normally World Cups are played in the summer. This year, it's actually being played in November. Why? Because it's in Qatar.
hmm.
So let me see. Mark.
Isn't that like guitar like Qatar?
Yeah, Qatar. Yeah. So Denmark made the World Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And around this time, like a month or two before the World Cup comes out, the national teams usually bring out their new jerseys, right? The new jerseys, kits that they wear for the games. Um, so one of the major controversies of this World Cup is the treatment of workers in Qatar
Hmm.
because don't know if you know this, there's very big human right violations going on in Qatar
Yeah.
concerning building the stadiums for this World Cup, right?
Ooh, shit.
And many people believe uh Qatar got this, World Cup hosting spot, through nefarious means. So, Denmark was one of the countries, that was selected for the World Cup. And their sportswear sponsor is Hummel. Hummel wanted to make sure their brand doesn't show up at the World Cup because they want to protest the World Cup. So
Yee.
they they made the jersey red. The sponsorship is red, and then the entirety of the Dutch or the Denmark Danish symbol is red. So everything blends into one red jersey so that nobody can see, you know, the sponsorships. So
Huh.
they put out, let's see, um, they put out a little statement, I guess. While supporting the Danish national team all the way, this shouldn't be confused with support for a tournament that had cost thousands of people their lives, the company said on Instagram, highlighting an all black jersey represent mourning. We wish to make a statement about Qatar's human rights record and its treatment of migrant workers that have built the country's World Cup stadiums. So I'm gonna copy this image and hopefully um
Hmm.
hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. The snipping tool for a reason.
Yeah, snippet.
Snip this shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything about soccer, so I or
So so
football.
essentially so essentially here. So you see what I'm talking about? So the
Mm-hmm.
badge is blended in with the shirt. The symbol is blended. It, it looks like a completely black shirt, right?
Yeah.
So they this is their stance to say, hey, we're not going to be out here supporting Qatar and what they're doing with their civil rights, air or
Mm.
atrocities.
Okay.
There's people like there's been stories about people that go to work in Qatar and the bosses of the companies that they're making the buildings for take their passports and hold them till they say the job is done, and when the job is like almost nearly done, they'll put them on something else to keep them in the country and not let them have you know a way out. um Other things like you know no safety regulations. People die a lot. They build tall buildings and there's a lot of fucking deaths because they don't give a shit. They want people to build this shit quick and get on with it, right? They don't care how many bodies it's buried on top or built on top of. They will, do what they want because they got oil money.
Yeah.
It's one of those countries where, I mean, they really don't have the best, human rights record.
Yeah, no
I
they
mean,
don't.
and the fact that, there are teams, there are players that are standing out or standing up against Qatar, and people protested that the decision to let them host the World Cup because this is such a major event. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at some of the countries that have hosted the World Cup in the past couple of years, 2002, you had Japan and Korea. You had an '06 Germany. You had 2012 was in South Africa. 2014 was in Brazil. But then you have countries like Russia in 2018. I mean,
Mhm.
we're not even going to get into all this stuff that Russia's fucking doing.
Yeah.
And now Qatar.
Ooh,
Now,
yeah.
so thankfully, us as Americans, we have the 2026 World Cup.
Ah.
So, needless to say, we don't cause any human rights violation. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Um,
Wink wink.
we definitely don't, lock up migrant kids at the border and separate them from their
Oh
families. And
yeah, yeah.
we also don't have a history of racism in our country and police killing innocent black people. Um, we also don't have a history of being run by pedophiles. That's definitely not a thing that we do.
Yeah.
So,
And not can't forget to mention um all the activism um and single gender rights like like like
you know,
transgender rights and stuff like that where
women's
pe-
rights.
people are start some of these women are getting violent, you know.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I mean,
it's
you can support that however you want to. I mean, that you are free to your opinion. This is America. You have your own opinion. I am so thankful that you have your own opinion. But when you violently when you violently throw it in someone else's face and tell them that they are wrong for thinking something else, then that is where the issue starts. Especially with there's there was one story I read where I think a lady stabbed a man for some reason. I need to find it's an old one. It's old. It doesn't really. I don't think it was this year, but it was.
yeah, no.
It's one. Yeah, it's just one of those.
Um, let me look up some more Qatar Cup uh, protests.
On that subject though, I did tell Alonzo today that I did want to do another update on the Resident Evil TV show that I was watching on Netflix. Um, Again, I am on a Resident Evil kick right now. I love Resident Evil just as a series. Um, I was watching the Netflix series uh, of Resident Evil, and I said in an earlier, and I said in an updated video that it has nothing to do with Resident Evil, and it still doesn't. But I was wrong about the show being horrible. Uh, it's a very good show. It's I thought it was. I think it's an awesome show to watch if you forget that it has Resident Evil title in it. It should have been named something else. But I figured it out though. I just watched the last episode of Resident Evil on my break. And I went home and I went home and watched it and I loved it. The first two episodes are like kind of slow, kind of trash. So you're kind of like, "What?" And then after like, and then episode 3 and 4, you're like, what? And then after that, you're kind of like, what? Kind of thing, and it's it explodes. The story explodes. The acting is incredible. It the acting is amazing, and the writing around the characters are amazing, but the story as a plot sucks. It has nothing to do with Resident Evil. Um, but I figured it out though. The root conflict, the root plot in the Resident Evil in the 8-episode TV series is about humans' inhumanity to other humans. And it's really interesting. Not just in the form of, you know, uh, it's about zombies, making zombies, Umbrella making creating another viral outbreak and trying to control other humans, stuff like that. But uh, families too. There's it's interesting because it makes it apparent, it makes it clear that there are no good people in this TV show. No one's good. Not even the good people, not even the good guys are good. There's no one's good in this TV show. And they make that clear. I think the reason why it's called Resident Evil is because uh no matter where you are, there is going to be evil everywhere, including where you reside in your home. Your friends, your family, they all might have they even your 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 phone, your your blood, there's secrets. There might be a secret here and there that you just don't know about. It may be about the person, maybe about what's inside of you. It's really interesting. They make it clear that no one's good and there are secrets everywhere. It's really interesting. So I definitely do recommend watching it, but don't watch it in the expectations of it being Resident Evil, because it's not. But it's a really good show. It looks cool. It's got some good monsters in it. There's this at the very end. There's this giant zombie alligator that looks like Godzilla. It's really cool. Um, Also the main villain. They're all villains, but the main Umbrella chick, she's a baddie. I like her. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, and then I think that's it for me tonight. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good place to end off the podcast, but um, it's it's been a good one this week. I think
Yeah.
we took a little bit of a breather. I know we didn't post a bunch last week, but that being said, you got any last words, Jake?
Hmm. Um if you have any ideas for anything that if any viewers are watching and they have an idea that they want us to talk about or we can bring up, then you could definitely write it in the comments at any point or any video, write a comment. And
Yeah.
we could definitely explore that idea further. Um, and that's something that we would love to do. Actually, I would love to do that. So definitely, if that's something, if anybody has any ideas, um, then yeah, definitely put them in the comments. That's about
Alrighty.
it.
This has been Noggins. Hopefully, we'll survive this hurricane that's coming straight for us.
Yeah,
And
I'm a delivery driver. I got to go out in that stuff the next 2 days.
and yeah, everybody stay safe. Talk to somebody if you need to talk to somebody. And
Yes, sir.
peace out.
Peace out.